up.
What make you think because she? What make you think because she was pregnant they ain't gonna send her ass to jail? Shit.
You said what?
Nah, Shorty put in the comments she was pregnant. She ain't gonna go to jail. That's bullshit. Your ass
Oh,
go behind that wall. I don't care if your ass pregnant or not. You gone.
let me tell you something. I figured out when I did my bid, I realized these motherfuckers will lock anybody up. And how I knew this was when
Nigga,
I was in.
Tupac mother was pregnant with Pocket. She was in jail.
Well, even
You
when
ain't shit.
taking a step beyond pregnant, nigga. When I was in downstate, it was the Jewish nigga that was had the yarmulke and the whole shit, right? Nigga had Down syndrome, real life. So I'm doing like the feed-ins and shit, and I had to get a nigga kosher trays and shit. So I was curious because sometimes when they look off like that and they end up in there, they usually touch somebody they wasn't supposed to touch. So I asked bro what he was in there for, and he said just like this. He said, they did about the bank. I'm like, you about the bank? He said, yeah, I used the note. I said, oh hell no. I said, how long?
That
How long
nigga,
they do?
they gonna give her like 4 years.
Yeah, he said 4 years. So now I'm thinking, what is this nigga lying? So when you go in the bubble, like in downstate, they got like the little chart and they got everybody, where they at and what they charges are. He ain't had no SO on his shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like exactly what the fuck he said. I'm like, oh shit. But now I'm tripping because I'm like, they foul as hell for putting that nigga in.
Shit, I guess they figure, nigga, you know what the fuck you did. You wrote that fucking note.
Hey, I told him, I said, hey, bro, as Jewish as you look, I said, you should have wrote a check.
Word.
Probably cash
You
that
wrote,
shit.
you wrote on the wrong piece of paper, nigga.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so you know what I mean? Like, and then shit, they had this other crazy nigga in there. He told me he was in there for killing Jesus. Now he was Spanish, so I thought maybe, he killing Spanish nigga named Jesus, right?
Yeah, Jesus.
But when homie told me that he thinks his friend shot him, so one of the young niggas asked him, like, yo, what you doing in here? Because the nigga seemed off. I said, yo, bro, don't bother him. He said, no, I'm not bothering him, bro, but just look at him, bro. You shouldn't be in here with niggas like us. So, look at this. He said, Jesus broke into my house and I stabbed him. He did just like that. I'm looking at this nigga like, Jesus. That's Spanish nigga. I said, these Spanish niggas in these knives, boy. So, he said, I think my friend shot him, but then my friend disappeared. I said, what the fuck you mean disappeared? He went on a run? He said, no, like he vanished in thin air. At that point, I knew this motherfucker might be talking about Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, I said, Santana, you see them chairs back there? I said, I want you to go sit back there. It's a no Jesus zone or whatever and shit. I don't want you to catch another charge.
Nigga said no
You said you're
Jesus.
going home, right? Yeah, because I said, you said you're going home, right? He said, yeah. So I'm like, all right. I said, well, go back there. I don't want you to fuck your date up. So here's the shit. The nigga told me he was going home on Thursday. Thursday comes, I tell you, I do the feed-ins and shit. So in the morning, I don't give this nigga a tray. He told me Wednesday was his birthday, Thursday he was going home. I said, oh shit, that's a dope ass birthday present, right? Yeah, you go home, this shit, that's lit. So anyway, I don't feed the nigga on Thursday. So I'm in my cell smoking a cigarette. The CO come. He like, yo, he said, you ain't feed 37? 37? I said, nigga went home. And he said, oh shit. He said, yeah, I forgot to tell you. He said, he thinks he's going home every Thursday. I said, what the fuck you mean? He think he going home every Thursday. He said, bruh. He said, so when they got his time computation sheet, he couldn't understand just the date. So like he's like, what day is this? What day is this? So somebody actually went on the calendar and looked and told him what day of the week he would be getting out. Like what day it falls on. Well, when they told him Thursday, and then they said his birthday is the day, before. He said, oh, it's right after your birthday. Because they could tell by the paperwork. So now every week, this nigga thinks it's his birthday on Wednesday, and he going home on Thursday.
Hell no.
I'm just the last nigga to know.
That nigga stuck in limbo.
Groundhog Day, nigga. The jail version, like.
Nigga living the same day over and over and over. What's wrong with this nigga?
Dog, I couldn't believe that shit. I said, yo, I thought they were supposed to have places for people like this. Like,
Right, you need to be in an infirmary or some shit.
Yeah, like you're not supposed to be up in this bitch, my nigga. Like this shit is crazy. But